An elk sighting in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park will stop people in their tracks, literally, which begs a twist on the age-old question, why did the elk cross the road?
The group of cows were wanting to get to a different field on the opposite side of the road.
Park wildlife biologist Joe Yarkovich says this time of year, mature male elk, known as bulls, claim dominance over a herd of females and their young as the peak of mating season approaches late next month.
The bulls get really agitated and spend a lot of time herding up the females. Of course, that brings them into open meadows, which are near roadways. So we end up with a lot of traffic and visitor management issues as well.
It gets pretty exciting around here sometimes.
Karen and John Stockton volunteer as elk spotters and crowd controllers in the Econo-Lofty area of the park.
It's not unheard of to see 50 to 80 cars parked on both sides of the road. Yes, because rut season will be in full bloom, probably by September.
But on this day, this half-ton bull is bulking up for the season ahead as he and his herd make themselves at home in a field with the park's horses.
You can see the barbs that are left on here are chock full of elk hair from the elk squeezing between the two wires, or elk jumping over and catching some of their feet or some of their belly hair on there.
Yarkovich says hunting wiped out the elk population here in the late 1700s, but a reintroduction program launched in 2001 has been successful. Elk numbers are now up to about 140.
I would advise all visitors to bring a zoom lens on their camera. The biggest issue we see are people trying to get too close to get a better picture, and that leads to an obvious safety issue. Anything that bull sees as a threat, he could challenge and he could charge.
Many will remember this viral video taken in the park 2 years ago. A young male elk known as a spike bull had grown too comfortable around people, leading to this interaction with a photographer. The man was okay, but the park had to euthanize the animal.
The best way to keep wild, natural behavior in an animal is by instilling the fear of people into that animal. When elk get so accustomed to seeing people, they kind of lose that natural fear.
So park officials use something called aversive conditioning, techniques that link humans to bad experiences. That can range from clapping and making loud noises to this.
We may end up using something like a paintball gun on the animal. It's a good non-lethal way just to get an animal to back up or to get a little more space to move it out of an area where we would consider that animal being unacceptable.
Don't worry, the fish oil-based clear paint pellets are non-toxic and only meant to scare the animals, so the elk will stay close, but not too close. Becca Habegger, WBIR 10 News.